and in this video we will be talking about PHP syntax. Well, what does the word syntax in itself mean? You can think of syntax as rules. These rules guide the forming of constructs for a particular language. So what we are saying here is every language has rules that guide the way its grammar is being formed. It is these rules we refer to as syntax. It's interesting to note that PHP is also a language, but we know it's not just a language but a programming language, and this definitely means that PHP is guided by its own syntax. At this juncture, you may wonder, what are some of these rules? Now we want to consider three basic rules that guide PHP syntax. The first of which is that every PHP command ends with a semicolon. You'll notice from this code that we have a PHP file named PHP Syntax, and it also has 8 lines of code. Take a very close look at line 3, line 5, and line 6. These are 3 different PHP commands, and you will notice that at the end there is a semicolon. So remember the basic rule that every PHP command usually ends with a semicolon. And this brings us to the next rule. Every variable name is preceded with a dollar symbol. And so you will notice from this same code on the 5th line that there is a variable there. The name given to the variable is name, and it's assigned the value John. Notice right in front of the variable name is a dollar sign, and this is exactly how PHP knows that this is a variable. So do not forget that the dollar symbol is placed in front of every variable name. The third rule we'll be considering here is that PHP is not sensitive to whitespace and indentation. If you have worked with a language like Python before, which is very strict when it comes to indentation, you would really appreciate PHP because it does not care about whitespace and indentation. And a very good example of this will be noted when we try to display this web page through our browser. Ensure that the PHP syntax.php file resides in your htdocs folder. Remember, we took care of that in the third tutorial. Now in the address bar of the web browser, we type localhost/php_syntax.php. Good. We click the return key on our keyboard. You'll notice that our web page displays successfully once again. This is PHP. It's from here. This part that I told to echo, this is PHP. Now on the 5th line, I assigned the variable name to John, and I asked to echo or display the value associated with the variable, and it does so nicely. So what if I decide to add some indentation and some extra space here? I save the file and I refresh it. You will notice that absolutely nothing happens, and this is because PHP does not care about all this extra white space and indentation, if you may. And so these are the 3 basic rules we'll be learning in this video tutorial. These basic rules guide PHP syntax, and you should have a very good understanding of them. At this point, we have many more to learn, so join me in the next video tutorial. Thank you for watching.